Wir machen jetzt mal eins. Wir haben auch die Luftinsel nicht betreten, oder? War da nicht eine Insel im Himmel? Luftinsel, wow. Was für eine Aussage. Suche die Göttin auf. Nee, scheiße, mir geht jetzt erstmal zur Göttin. Weil ich überlegt habe, wir können doch eigentlich mal zu dem Lava-Zeug gehen. Zum Lavagebiet gehen und da vielleicht mal schauen. Vielleicht sind die anderen Benevolons optional. Da war doch irgendwo... Da hinten ist eine fliegende Insel. Die ist halt momentan komplett für den Arsch. Das Spiel verwirrt mich ein paar Stellen. Aber einerseits wisst ihr nicht, was weitergeht. Deswegen, ich überlege vielleicht schon wieder zu viel. Das glaube ich, das ist, wenn man gewohnt ist, dass man eigentlich immer stur den Kontinent nach und nach abgeht bei vielen Spielen. Du fängst halt oben an, arbeitest dich nach unten durch den Kontinent, dann kommst du irgendwann, kennst du alles, was ist das da auf meiner Tastatur? Dann musst du irgendwann übersetzen, magst dann da auf der anderen Kontinent irgendwas. Dann magst du hier und da vielleicht was und ab und zu besuchst du vielleicht mal noch neue Stellen auf alten Kontinenten. Aber hier war es so ein bisschen so durcheinander, ne? Also du warst erst in dem, dann bist du daher, dann musstest du doch auf die andere Insel, von dem dann wieder hier zurück, dann oben in den Wald, dann wieder zurück auf die Dunkelinsel, dann von der Dunkelinsel auf die Lichtinsel und jetzt wieder dann zurück. Das ist mal erfrischend, muss man auch sagen. Dass es mal so ein bisschen durcheinander ging. Aber man weiß halt nicht, ob man jetzt was verpasst oder nicht. Weil mich kotzt halt an so was heißt an so Spielen? An Spielen dann an, wenn du nicht weißt, verpasse ich jetzt gerade was? Könnte ich jetzt gerade was machen oder nicht? Wenn du aber hingehst und da ist nichts, weil die Story ja da irgendwann als Progress hingeht, gehst halt da schon wieder umsonst hin, ne? Ich kann aber auch. Oh nee, kann ich nicht. Genau, weil ich warten muss. Das Ruhe Mana-Adern. 1, 2. Wow. Das Porten dauert nur 3 Sekunden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 5 Sekunden wird ein Dingwechsel. Hä? Achso, das sind also unsere Charaktere.
Let's use the meridian to travel.
Haben die neues Zeug oder so?
Welcome! Peruse at your leisure.
Nee.
Come back anytime.
Bin ich eigentlich... Warte mal, ich müsste aber eigentlich genug gefunden haben, oder? Schokolade 17, Highground, Englisch, okay, also ich habe schon einiges für den ganzen Zeug. Man kann halt nur so und so viel mit in den Kampf nehmen. Jetzt mache ich mal was ich die ganze Zeit schon machen will, Alter. Und ich hätte schon wieder fast vergessen, verdammter Dreck. Techniken. Und zwar, schmeiß das weg. Gib mir Aura der Natur, schmeiß den scheiß Geisterimpuls weg. Gib mir ein Finstersäbel, schmeiß das Flammenschild weg. Steinsäbel. Schmeiß das Eisschild weg. Was macht das Eisschild? Bitte die Kraft der Wassergeister und eine verbindende Wasserresistenz zu gewähren. Ja, aber ich scheiße auf Resistenzen, Alter. Ich greife an. Steinsäbel, Wurfmesser, Stärken, Finstersäbel, Aura der Natur. Flammensäbel, Donnersäbel, Eissäbel. Lichtschild. Vielleicht sollten wir... Donnerschild? Nee, Donnerschild nicht. Warte, hä? Wow, das Einzige, was ich jetzt gerne mitgenommen hätte, wäre jetzt Dunkelschild oder irgend so ein Scheiß gewesen. Und genau das habe ich nicht. Windresistenz, Lichtresistenz. Oder gibt der Lichtresistenz? Ich habe keine Ahnung, das lassen wir einfach mal so. Feuer mal benutzt die sowieso nicht. Na, scheißegal. Aber jetzt können wir wenigstens die anderen Dinger ausrüsten. Verstärkt eigentlich, wenn ich auf mein Wasserfuzzi das Wasserschwert drauf mache, oder Eisschwert, verstärkt es dann meine Wasserfähigkeit? Warum will ich laufen? Bin ich doof? Der Hinlatsch. Vor mit den ganzen Arschlochviechern, Alter, unterwegs. Es fehlt immer noch eine Weltkarte, wo ich mich rumporten könnte, aber ich glaube, die gibt's nicht.
I wish we'd been able to thank Trent for his help earlier.
He probably saved our bark back there. Goodbye, convoy. Hello, calamity.
I was so desperate to get Hina's core stone. I almost lost myself. We owe him.
Who knows? We might get another chance to show our appreciation to Trent.
Oh, da ist er doch. Ich dachte, er hätte ihn vielleicht zu Kleinheitsverarbeitet oder so.
Alms, I see you have returned.
Phew! You had me worried, Trent. Thanks for the help with Deilophos earlier.
Your thanks is unnecessary. As the overseer of the sanctuary, I could not sit idly by and allow harm to come to the Alms in the midst of their pilgrimage.
Trent? As in the Sentry of the Sanctuary? Watcher of the Alms' Passage? He is much larger than recorded in the texts I've read on the subject. Could I perhaps...
Not now, Aish. Focus.
As for you, Soul Guard Val, here is where the escort's journey ends. I have bidden farewell to many a Soul Guard in my time here as the Overseer. However, you have been appointed as an Alm in your own right. You may proceed onward to the Mana Tree with the rest of the Alms.
Thank you. I am honored to fulfill my duty as the Alm of Light. But before that, I want to talk to the Mana Goddess.
Curious. I would inquire as to what you have seen and heard on your travels that would prompt such a request. Please enlighten me.
Wie hier im Autogramm.
We know that Deilophos is planning to take his revenge on the Mana Goddess, but we don't know why.
He's going around reviving benevolence to stir up trouble. Sure, we defeated 3 of them already, but that's not the point.
The point is that Deilophos is regaining strength, and now he looks really weird and really menacing. We can't let him keep going like this.
Before long, he will arrive to assault the sanctuary. We seek a way to stop his progress, but we need the goddess's guidance.
You plan to stop Deilophos yourselves? Yet again, you surprise me.
We feel partially responsible for his resurrection and sudden rise to power. Plus, he still has Hina's core stone. I have to fix this before I can give my soul to the cause. Please understand.
Your plight is noted. It is not my wish to place any undue burdens on the Alms, nor on the goddess of Mana herself. But I believe I am coming to understand what the elemental spirits saw in you when making their choices. There is change brewing in Kidiel. Steel yourselves, Alms. You may enter the sanctuary with my blessing. Prepare your minds and hearts for when your souls will be necessary, and for what purpose you have been called.
Ominous words, my friend. We'll stop by after we hash things out with the Mana Goddess. How about you wish us luck on our way?
Very well. Until we meet again, Alms, take care and keep a weather eye out on the road ahead.
Thanks. We'll try.
Also hatte die anderen noch nicht befreit, deswegen haben wir das nicht.
Now it's off to see the Mana Goddess.
Wo war dann die Aussage von ihm nicht Schwachsinn? Genau, das ist die Stärke, die ich damals hatte. Hohoho. Und ist dann abgehauen? Deswegen dachte ich, der hat schon alle anderen befreit. Ich meine, logisch wär's ja, wenn mir so lahmarschig immer
The
irgendwas machen.
Sanctuary of Mana.
Karina, wait!
Oh,
That's gotta be the Tree of Mana.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Almost familiar in a way.
Familiar. Yes. It makes sense that you feel that way.
Kommen die ganzen Elfen? Oh, nur eine.
The fairy.
Dropping those eaves as always, I see. Life begins with the mana tree. And when your time in this realm is over, your soul returns here to continue the cycle of rebirth.
oh, then the mana tree oversees not just the alms, but all creatures. It's where all souls end up.
When the world was still Fadiel, the mana tree was in the spirit realm, right?
Yes. If Kidiel had not been created, you would never have had the opportunity to see the mana tree.
Incredible. If only I could tell everyone back home what a stunning sight this all is.
We've wasted enough time looking. It's time to get some answers.
How might one find the goddess in order to seek an audience?
Follow the path and it will lead you to her. Be sure to stay on the path, though.
Ich doch nicht. Heiligtum des Mana. Oh nein, wir hätten...
But that's...
Oh oh.
Monsters? Here?
We never had monster infestations before. There goes the neighborhood.
The barrier around the Mana Sanctuary is meant to be impenetrable. However, I happen to have several hypotheses over the origins of these sanctuary monsters. Some species might have been trapped inside of the barrier at the time of its fabrication. Or perhaps specific species are able to puncture...
Oh my, Master Aish is muttering to himself yet again.
Let him talk. Maybe he'll bore the monsters to death.
We should get going, but be careful, everyone.
Aber Juleis Aussagen sind schon geil. Daher
We
geht die
didn't
Nacht
account for
schon.
monsters once we were in the sanctuary. What could be the cause?
Leave the hypotheses to Aish, Morley. We got bigger fish to fry.
Finally, a lucky break. Now that I'm in Ulm, I can protect you all the whole way.
Our forces made this outcome an obvious one.
Taking this?
Warte mal, habe ich eine Truhe verpasst? Oder ist das ein Speicherpunkt? Ah, okay.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
There were trapped species inside of the barrier. Must take into account the change in habitat. Could evolution have played a part in creating this many subspecies? Or perhaps...
Should we permit him to ponder uninterrupted? Words will not reach him at this stage, I believe.
It figures. Aish, stop falling behind if you don't want to find your own way.
Greifenklaue.
I have to fulfill my duty as a soldier. This is how it's done.
Oh! Du hast Knopf gedrückt. Was soll der machen?
Out of my way!
Not drop your defenses until the very end. You got a long way to go before you can challenge us.
Yes! Got some syrup. Yes!
It would have been nice to have Hina here to see this.
Yeah. Shit. She would have loved this view.
Then I'll be sure to soak up as much of the atmosphere as I can, for her sake.
That's the idea, Karina. I'll do the same. Grizzly! I'll take you all on!
Nein, warum hast du im letzten Moment noch ausgeführt? So.
Got some syrup.
Noch.
Time to shine.
Ich muss zugeben, ich habe immer noch jetzt irgendwie Bock, das alte Secret of Mana zu spielen, aber da müsst ihr wieder den Emulator runterladen.
What went through the minds of the Alms of old as they walked this path?
Our thoughts often turn to those we left behind in times such as these.
Bittersweet to reminisce, but my heart still feels warm. I'll bet you the alms of the past will give us a warm welcome.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. Yes.
Ich bin immer noch gespannt, was jetzt am Ende dann der Grund ist, warum die ihre Seelen hergeben müssen.
Thanks for the pick-me-up. You're mine. Take this. You're mine.
Oh.
Far enough.
We triumphed together.
Ich finde doch geil, wie viele alte Gegner. Das sind so die Standardgegner eigentlich, ne? Also was du in fast jedem Secret of Mana wahrscheinlich findest. Warte mal, was? Warum heißt die Einhornkopf? Warte mal, können die... Oh mein Gott. Das Hochgriffen hat mich gerade. Ja, für das, dass wir uns fast dran gekriegt haben.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item.
Ach, warte mal, war da spezieller dabei?
Grizzly. This is kind of exciting. A rare item. Grant me power. I'm brimming with power.
Fuck, ich kann nur zum Vorder zurück, ne?
Here, use this. I'm on it.
Kann ich das aus dem Menü eigentlich auch machen? Hä?
Use this. I'm on.
Appreciate it.
Here, use this. I'm on.
For the help.
Grizzly.
Schon, dass wir irgendwo Fässchen finden oder so.
Take this!
Ich glaube, die Dinge ist echt schwach mit ihrem Flegel, ne? Wenn sie auf Magie setzt, weil sie nicht so viel Magie
Let me
einsetzt.
see. A rare item.
Dragonermesser, Waffe für Morley. Wollt ihr mich eigentlich grundsätzlich verarschen? Bin ich nicht zu 90% eine Waffe für Morley?
Yes. So all souls return to the mana tree eventually. In that case, I wonder if Orin and Liza are back yet. Hey everyone. We made it.
Val, I am sure your voice has reached them.
Thanks for the pick-me-up. Let's rest up.
Ja, aber scheiß auf Orin, Alter. Weil... Oh, ich opfer wen anders, weil... Ja, muss ich ja eh opfern, scheiß drauf. Bossgegner? Irgendwas kommt noch jetzt da.
The path stops here.
Then how do we get to the Mana Goddess?
Fairy could well have indicated the wrong route through the sanctuary. Her directions were vague at best.
Do not doubt that you are on the correct path.
Ist das ein Wischmob?
It's Vidi's, the White Dragon Princess. Golly, what are you doing here?
You, your companions, and even I must face whatever future lies ahead of us, come what may.
Don't worry. Vidi's is like Trent, an emissary of the goddess.
Can you tell us how to continue on the path ahead?
I am the keeper of the future. How you choose to proceed depends on the answers you provide. There are many roads you may take, each with their own consequences. Do you understand?
I think so. We have a choice to complete the pilgrimage, or not. But that decision is why we've come to the goddess. Please, let us speak to her and ask for her wisdom.
After learning the truth, how will you feel? Will you accept it?
The truth?
Have you the strength to face the truth of this world? I do not know the depth of your conviction, what resides within your heart. Make me understand your intent. Your hearts will lead you along the path you seek.
She wants actions, not words then.
We must convince her of our conviction.
You won't want to miss a moment of this, Vidi's.
Do not intend to live. Now how?
You're mine!
When tilling the lands to bear fruit, one must bear in mind the myriad disasters they will face. Extinguish the bane that threatens to incinerate all.
A riddle? Shall we offer a reply in the
Well done.
All right, got it! That's far enough!
Your next trial.
Bring it on. I'm ready for anything.
As many rounds as it takes.
Though mortals yearn for the future, they are hindered by the shackles of their past. Expel the knowledge that leads mortals astray.
This will continue until we can come up with an answer.
Test your might. Well done.
All right, got it! Get ready! One team flask!
Prepare for your final trial.
Final one? Then we go all out!
Ain't
Nee,
over
doch,
till
das
it's
wird
over,
drei.
Vidi's.
As Alm of Light, surely you can decipher the truth from that which is false. Discern your truth, and yours alone.
Val knows the answer? How?
Think carefully. That is correct.
Ja, das war zu einfach zu folgen.
That's far enough!
war jetzt nicht schwer, wenn ich ehrlich bin.
Time to call on the elemental
Aber
spirits.
es ist ein bisschen lustig, dass es ein bisschen anders abläuft wie normal.
Now it is clear to me. Those strong enough to break free of their fate. Long have we prayed for pilgrims such as yourselves. You may be the heroes that the goddess of Mana has needed all along. Go forth and create your own future.
Thank you, Vidiz!
Ah, okay. Ich muss den ganzen Weg nicht laufen, weil ich mir gedacht habe, ey, der wird echt lang.
Aha! Nice to see that this place hasn't changed. No monsters either. Looks just like it did back in Fadiel times. You have had a long journey, but the mana tree is just ahead.
A long and laborious journey indeed.
The Alm's final destination.
And yet, we aren't here to offer our souls like those that came before us. We need to meet with the goddess.
Coda, the Alms have arrived.
Coda? Huh?
I am the guardian of this sanctuary.
There are humans living within the barrier? That's news to me.
Living? No. I am but a strong will given form. Consider me like one of the spirits. To put it in terms you may understand, I am the first in the long legacy of soul guards. You passed Vidiz's trial admirably, Val. I should not be surprised given that you are of my own bloodline.
You're my ancestor?
If we assume that long ago, people from Tiania were chosen to stand guard over the Mana Goddess, and that practice has held over to this very day. Aha! Then he is the origin of the Soul Guard tradition.
My mission remains unchanged since I first accepted it. Protect the Goddess of Mana.
Do you know where we can find her, Guardian Coda? We need to speak with the goddess as soon as possible.
You may refer to me as simply Coda. Trent and Vidiz have relayed your current plight to me. Come. I will take you to the Mana Goddess.
Schade, ich hab ein bisschen
One of
Kopf.
my ancestors is here? In the sanctuary? Well, I can't keep him or the Mana Goddess waiting. Time to go.
Ah, der Baum schaut schon geil aus. Das war schon immer geil. Das Ding war halt im Super Nintendo-Spiel, hast du halt nicht viel davon gesehen, ne? Ja, wohl, nee, stimmt nicht. Da hast du auch so eine Close-Up gehabt, wo von oben nach unten ging und so. Mana-Baum schaut schon immer irgendwie geil aus. So, jetzt schauen wir mal, ob wir die Göttin sehen oder bloß irgendein dämliches Licht ist, was zu uns labert. Oder der Baum selber. Ups, Baum auf Aussaugen gestellt, Seelen weg.
Goddess of Mana. I'm Val, and these are my friends. We've come here to ask for a moment of your time, before we offer our souls. Delafos has broken free of his seal, and is going around the world setting the Benevodons loose.
His only goal is to get his revenge on you, Goddess. You have to do something.
We have so many questions to ask. About Delafos and core stones? And my strange ability? All of it.
Goddess?
I promise we're telling the truth. Please listen to us.
We fully intend to sacrifice our souls when the time comes. But first, we have to protect the world from this danger.
She cannot hear you. The goddess of mana is unreachable in her slumber. She has not once awakened since she first fell into this long, long sleep.
Not a single source I have read has ever referenced that the goddess was in this state.
No one has ever been allowed this deep within the sanctuary. Her condition is not known to any others.
But Delafos is breathing down our necks. The goddess was our last hope.
Coda? How did she end up like this?
Vidiz believes that you can be trusted to make your own decisions. So, I will tell you. Tell you how this all came to be. The truth behind this world.
What could have happened to the goddess?
Das wollte ich schon
Coda
sagen.
should have some answers at least.
Das wollte ich schon sagen, aber jetzt kommt so. Oh, ich erzähl's euch doch nicht. Pech gehabt. Mit übertreut dem Spiel alles zu. Hat das sich aufgelöst, nur damit er nicht laufen muss? Feuers.
Fadiel, the world as it was once known in the distant past, was made up of 5 realms: the spirit realm, the mortal realm, the mystic realm, the ethereal realm, and the arboreal realm. Mana power once flowed freely through these places, and Fadiel knew only peace and prosperity. Until one day, mortals, in their greed, sought to use that power for warfare. The flow of mana was disrupted, and the 5 realms became perilously unbalanced. The mortal realm consumed an enormous amount of mana, plunging the mystic realm, home to the Benevodons, into disarray. The divide between the realms weakened to the point that all worlds merged into one. When the mana dried up, the monsters unleashed their wrath.
The discord that had driven people to degrade the powers of mana ended, and their battle against the Benevodons began.
The goddess wished to save the mortals from suffering at the hands of the Benevodons. So she asked Fairy, her emissary, to find Delafos, name him her champion, and bequeath unto him the Mana Sword. And as promised, he successfully subdued all 8 Benevodons. However, he refused to return the Mana Sword, and instead swore revenge against the goddess, after the death of Cerulia.
Is that what changed Delafos so drastically?
He lost the person most dear to him.
Sounds like Delafos couldn't come to terms with her passing.
Indeed, Delafos saw no reason to care about a world bereft of the one he loved. So he turned against the Mana Goddess. She ended up using all her strength to preserve a corrupted world. With her power exhausted, the goddess then fell into a deep sleep. It was up to the guardian of the sanctuary, namely me, to stand against Delafos with the help of the elementals. But it was not enough. We struck each other at the same time, resulting in his stone imprisonment and my destruction. Only my will survived. If only I had been stronger.
So, Coda, Delafos, and I all carry the same pain within us.
So you're the one responsible for that boulder by the entrance, huh, Koda?
Yes, though he managed to break free regardless. With the help of the elementals, I was able to divide Delafos' terrible power and seal it away with the Benevodons scattered across the land. But I underestimated the strength of his hatred. His power was steeped in animosity, which bled into the surrounding lands, creating horrible disasters in its wake. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage and the winged fall flightless. Pure waters will run foul and disease spread. Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. Verdant lands will wither away and seeds will cease to sprout. The glaring light will obscure the boundaries of reality. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic. What people refer to as prophesied disasters are actually the curse of Delafos' power upon the land.
Then, the source of these disasters was never the Benevodons at all. It was a curse, brought about by a single man's folly, from the very start.
Strong emotions revitalize mana power. In addition, Delafos had access to the energy from the mana sword itself. The elementals tried to stop Delafos' curse from running rampant. Their powers suppressed the worst effects from taking hold. But with the 5 realms now combined, the flow of mana slowed to a trickle. Elementals couldn't maintain that balance indefinitely. And so, without anything to check its dangerous powers, the effects of the curse spread throughout the entire world. Tortured by the curse of Delafos, mortals turned to the goddess for help and offered up sacrifices. Alms. Alms would travel to the mana tree and freely give up their souls, their life force, to the sleeping goddess. As I mentioned, strong emotions bring about mana power. With the souls from faithful alms, the flow of mana was rejuvenated, for a time. Powers restored, the elementals could once again suppress the effects of the curse. But after 4 years, their stores of mana would once again run dry.
That's why the alms have to go to the mana tree to stop disaster from befalling our villages.
At the end of their pilgrimage, I would change the alms into core stones to give to the goddess.
Core stones? Wait, you can...
Yes, Val. Your ability was passed down through my bloodline. Originally, it was used to return monsters to the flow of mana. Reintroducing life into the flow of mana was how Fadiel maintained balance.
So then, what I did to Hina...
Oh, Val.
Sooner or later, that fate was waiting for her in the end.
Yes, as it waits for all alms who come to the mana tree. Your souls will be given to the goddess to protect the cycle of mana, including the soul of the alm of earth that you possess.
Liza's?
This is all we can do until the mana goddess reawakens.
What's that?
Der andere Spacko ist da.
The barrier is under siege.
What is going on?
It's probably the Benevodons. Looks like they're trying to break through.
This is Delafos' doing.
Das sind die 4 auf dem Bild, Mann.
What'll happen to the sanctuary?
There is no need for alarm. Benevodons hold great power. Not as great as the sanctuary itself.
Die haben sich jetzt aber schnell aus dem Staub gemacht. Ach goddammit, dann gehen wir halt wieder heim.
They're retreating.
Oh. Good.
There is no sign of the man himself. Perhaps Delafos intended this attack to serve as a diversion?
Delafos and the Benevolence are still a threat to us all, just like in the past.
Things aren't looking so good for the world if these monsters run free.
If the goddess is unable to grant us aid, we must muster our own forces. It is our chance to fix the future.
Our loved ones need protection. I'll do it alone if I have to.
We've already defeated 3 of these things. The remaining 5 will be a piece of cake.
Coda, we need time. I promise we will offer up our souls, but we have to take care of the world first. We will stop the rest of the Benevolence and Delafos before he hurts anyone else.
I do not have the power to stop you either way. Do what you feel is right. The decision to fight should be left to the living. It is your duty, as protecting the sanctuary is mine. I believe your group of alms has untold potential to rejuvenate the flow of mana. And more.
More what?
It is not important. What matters is that as long as Delafos has the mana sword, he will continue his assault on the sanctuary, and the goddess kept safe within.
Then we'll just have to reclaim the sword ourselves. It's the only way to keep disaster at bay.
Returning the sword to its rightful place wouldn't hurt either.
You should keep the core stone of the Alm of Earth. Abiding by the will of the alms is important, after all.
Coda is putting a lot of faith in you. I think you'll be able to handle the road ahead as well.
Vidiz has also acknowledged their worthiness. It is time that I trusted in people once more. Though I cannot lend you my own power, I can at least release that of this little one.
What happened to you?
I do believe this is the sacred beast Flammy. Ramco must have been Flammy the entire time. Flammy has made many documented visits to our world, but I never dreamed I would be in her presence.
Oh, I get it. Ramco was just another form of Flammy to begin with.
Her wings are the fastest way to convey you to the Benevolence. Make haste, Alms.
Thanks.
Warum benutzt du den Ding jetzt? Ah, stark. Für mich ist es immer noch luftig.